Yeah. Thursday I was obviously talking to somebody when you left. Yeah, she texted me about taking it. I said, well, happening and stuff, you know, and but it was a, and on Sunday, I heard it was like, so we'll grow up and
Good morning. We're just here commenting on how chilly it is and unpredictable. And also, someone just said she practiced the Vinyasa in her hotel room over the weekend. So I'm very happy to know it's infiltrating. So we will keep working towards that balanced Vinyasa. I think we better warm up a little bit first this morning, just to physically get our bodies a little bit warmer. So we'll do a Vinyasa, and I want to work a little bit on the seesaw, the tilting motion of how we keep steady in a transition. And I should say, like, the bottom line to that question, how to keep steady in a transition, is the breath. It's definitely true in trying to do an asana sequence, but it's pretty true in real life situations too. When there's a lot of stuff swirling around, changing, good, bad, whatever, if you can connect with your breath, it'll help you stay a lot steadier. So, the breath. So we will start on hands and knees. And we're going to build our way towards a little bit more vigorous vinyasa, but let's start with Chakravakasana. To root ourselves, bring ourselves to here, get the breath moving, warm up the spine a little bit. Bring ourselves into this moment here on our mats right now. So feel the floor underneath your hands, under your knees, under your feet. Let your spine be relaxed, neither overly rounded or overly arched, and have your head just up in line with the spine. So you're not looking up, but you're also not dropping your head down. And then close your lips gently. Feel your hands on the floor. And as you inhale, very gently draw your breastbone forward and lift the chest up just a little bit. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, relax your elbows, and bring your hips back towards your heels with your head hanging down, maybe touching the floor, maybe not. And we'll just stay for a breath and let the breath move into the back. As you exhale, relax a little bit more. And then as you inhale, once again, move up onto hands and knees. Gently drawing the breastbone forward, feeling a little opening in the front of the body. And then we'll exhale again and bring the hips back to the heels. Relax neck, shoulders, elbows soften. Let your head be heavy. Stay back there and breathe in slowly. See if you can breathe a little bit more slowly than last breath. Exhale completely. Inhale up onto hands and knees. And now we're going to transition to downward facing dog. On your exhale, tuck your toes under and push your hips up high towards the ceiling. Bend your knees a little bit on this first one to give yourself a chance to warm up your back. We're going to stay here and inhale. And take a nice long exhale. Press your hands into the floor. Lift your sit bones up. You can do that with your knees bent. Then inhale, your knees come down slowly to the floor. You're going to take your whole breath. Exhale, round your hips back to your heels. Relax your neck and shoulders. Soften your elbows. We'll stay here for a breath. Again, slowly feeling the breath move into the back. Breathe out slowly and completely relax your neck even more. And then inhale, we come up onto hands and knees again. Gently pulling the breastbone forward, preparing to go back up into down dog, tucking your toes under as you exhale, press your heels up. Again, your knees can be a little bit bent depending on how flexible or not you feel this morning, but we definitely want to let those hands pressing down, the sit bones reaching up. After you've had that breath in the downward dog, again, we'll use an inhale to come down slowly. You want to press your hands into the floor as you're coming down and bring your knees down at the same moment. And then exhale, move your hips back to your heels and soften your neck and shoulders. Relax your elbows. Stay while you inhale. And we're going to do something a little different. As you exhale, slide your hands as far forward as possible, which is going to take your elbows off of the mat. Press down into your hands. And then we're going to inhale up into plank. So you're going to push into your hands, tuck your toes, but come up into a plank with your hips at the same height as your shoulders. Good, and we stay here for a breath, inhaling. Pushing the floor away with the exhale. And then slowly bring your knees down to the floor on the inhale again. And want to move slowly with the breath. And we'll relax back into child's pose again. Soften your elbows. Let your hands drag back towards your feet a little bit. Relax your neck while we take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to stretch those arms far forward again. Get your elbows lifted, your palms connecting to the floor. Then we're going to inhale, tuck the toes, and go into plank once again. So we're coming in long front body, strong through those arms. Push up with your belly button. Press your hands down so you feel really nice and long and open in your front body. When you get to your next inhale, you're going to bring your knees slowly down. And exhale, bring your hips back to your heels. Relax your arms. This time, if your forehead's not touching the floor, stack your hands up or put a blanket or a pillow underneath your forehead and have the forehead touching something, the floor, your hands, your blanket, and completely relax the breath for a moment. Now we're releasing and giving into gravity, doing as little as possible. Now we're going to go into Vajrasana. We're going to lift and lower from child's pose to standing on the knees. So let's once again take the arms forward. They can be slightly bent, so you don't have to go to your fully extended position. As you inhale, lift your hands off the floor so your arms frame your ears and stand up tall on the knees. And then as you exhale, fold down to the floor. Fold down into child's pose again. And again, with the inhale, lift the hands, the arms, the chest, come all the way up on your inhale, lift your chest up, feel your open front hips, and exhale, bend down, feel your back relax, your neck soften. Again, inhale, lift the arms, arms are framing the ears. As you come up, you open the chest, and exhale, fold down. I'll lift up one last time, inhale, stand up tall on the knees. This time stay upright and exhale your arms down to your sides. And we're just going to pause and relax here for a moment. We're going to keep working on the opening of the front of the hip extension. So let's do a little warm up in that direction before we stand up. We're going to bring the left foot forward so that the left ankle and knee are in line. Your hands can rest on your left knee or hang down by your sides or rest on your hips, whatever feels comfortable with the arms. And we're not doing a lunge, we're just going to do a pelvic tilt to find length in the front of the right thigh. So as you inhale, think of your crown going up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, tuck your tail under. It's not going to look very dramatic, but you're going to feel length in your front right thigh. Then inhale, relax that tuck. And again, with your exhale, tuck your tail under, and again, feel that length come into the front of the right thigh. You're still standing upright, tall to the spine. Relax with the inhale. Again, with exhale, tuck the tail under. Feel the front right thigh stretch. And inhale, relax. Let's just do that one more time. Exhale, tucking the tail, lengthening the front right thigh. And inhale, relax. And then we'll put the left knee down on the floor. Take a moment to stand tall in the center. Relax the breath. Then we'll bring the right foot forward, right ankle and knee in line. Crown of the head lifting, shoulders relaxed, hands wherever they're comfortable for you. As you inhale, think about going very tall through the center of the body. Then as you exhale, tuck your tail under and feel your front left thigh lengthen. And then as you inhale, relax that. Again, with exhale, draw your tail under, lengthen the front of your left thigh, and relax while you inhale. Twice more, exhale, draw the tail under. And inhale, release the tuck. Final time, exhale, tucking the tail, left front thigh stretching. And inhale, relax. We're going to stand on both knees for a moment. I'm going to give you your choice of how to stand up. If you want to go to down dog and walk yourself into a standing position, you can do that. Certainly want you to do that. And then I'll show the other option. So go to down dog. And the other option would be to keep standing on one knee. Bring one foot forward, bring your arms out, and then see if you can push yourself up to standing from that position. So whichever one of those makes sense for you, bring yourself up, and then move to the back with the mat in Samasthiti. And feel the feet rooting down, the spine lengthening up, the shoulders relaxing. Notice the free flow of the breath. And then we'll link the breath and the attention more specifically by, with the lips gently closed, inhaling through the nose and directing your breath and attention all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. And exhaling, imagine that you're breathing up from the bottoms of the feet all the way up through the crown of the head. Now feel your legs. If you feel a lot of tension around your knees, if they're pushed back and hyperextended, bend them just a tiny bit. They can be straight. It's not that the knees should not be straight, but try to be active in your muscles rather than sinking into your joints. Again, as you inhale through your nose, direct your attention all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. And as you exhale through the nose as well, the breath and attention moving from the bottoms of the feet all the way to the crown of the head. And do 2 more breaths like that, linking breath and attention, slowing the breath down. After those 2 long directed breaths, relax the breath again. Take a moment to observe what sensations, what kind of energy do you feel, what kind of attention. Check back in to see if you feel like you're standing evenly on both feet. Are your feet awake without your toes being crunched in? So can you soften your toes but still be well balanced on your feet? Are the legs long and tall underneath you? How's your spine? Does it feel lifted? And the shoulders relaxed at the same time. You want to do the little forward bend sequence. Keeping the feet rooted and balanced the whole time. Know where your gaze point is. As you inhale, float the arms out to the sides and up. As you exhale, bend down and let your hands come to rest on your lower back. Relax your neck as you fold forward. Keeping the hands resting comfortably behind you, inhale, flatten your spine. So you're just going to lift up a little bit. You're still looking at the floor. Then as you exhale, hang down, releasing your arms so that they just dangle. Your head is heavy towards the floor. And we're going to stay here with the inhale, breathing into the back. Stay with the exhale as your belly button goes up. Perhaps your head drops a little closer to the floor. Then bend your knees just a hair as you inhale. Bring your arms up around your ears. Open your chest and come all the way up, establishing that gaze point immediately on your trip up. And then exhale the arms down to the sides, where we'll take a relaxed breath. We're going to do that sequence 3 more times. Let your attention really be on lengthening and smoothing the breath. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, bend down with your hands resting comfortably behind you, and then head relaxed, neck relaxed, head hanging. Then inhale, open your chest. Just lift the breastbone a little farther from the belly button. Feel your back muscles engaged a little. And then hang down as you exhale. Drop down, letting your arms come down, your head be heavy. And we'll stay there and breathe in. Let the breath come in slowly. And go out even more slowly. Relax a little bit more. Feel your feet on the floor as you inhale. Raise your arms forward till they frame your ears. Open your breastbone. Lift yourself all the way to the top. Find your gaze point. Lower the arms down the front. Relax the breath. Try that 2 more times on your own. I think that you've done this enough times that you know the sequence. Tune into your breath. We want the breath long and smooth. That's our foundation. So twice more with a resting breath in between as you're ready. One final repetition. As you finish, find your samasthiti with the breath relaxed. Feel the sense of your well-grounded standing position. Standing in balance, in this place, in this moment. Breath moving naturally now. Internal observation. Has anything shifted? Maybe something shifted physically, maybe even mentally or energetically. Okay, we're going to start to work with the balance. So please get your chair, and we're going to turn the chair so the high back of the chair is facing you. Put it at the bottom of the mat, with at least 2 feet on your mat for stability. And we're going to start just with some hip extension, balancing preparation for the Natarajasana, the dancer pose. So you can come up and let your fingers rest gently on the back of the chair. Feel both feet into the floor for a moment. And then let your weight move to the left foot. And then we're going to bend the right knee, push the right foot back a little bit, and then grab a hold of the pant leg or the right ankle with your left fingertips still giving you some support on the chair. So we're going to first do a small movement back with the thigh. When we move back with the thigh, we want to not arch the back. So especially if you're like Emily with that really flexible lower back, you're going to think of tucking your tail under. If you want more stretch, it's not always a matter of pushing your leg back farther. You can get more stretch sometimes by just pushing your heel right up into the buttock. Then I'm not going into a back bend. Do you feel that if you pull your heel in closer, that gives you more? So you can think about pulling that heel in closer and keeping your thighs pressed close together, as close together as you can, so the knees are close into each other. So now I'm going to have you, as you exhale, let your foot go from your hand, and then see if you can push your thigh back a little bit, and then inhale, bring it forward slightly, and exhale, push it back a little bit, and inhale, bring it forward slightly. Now if you want to try doing that with one or both hands off of your chair, you can work on your balance. Doesn't matter particularly which hand you take off for now. You can try taking both hands off, one hand off. Maybe taking your arms out wide, sometimes that helps as you balance. So we're moving the right leg. Where's your awareness? Do you feel the left buttock working? Yeah. Okay, so you're going to bring your fingertips to the chair, lower the right foot down. Let your weight spread out evenly between the 2 feet. Relax. Keep standing tall through your spine. Let's place the fingertips gently on the chair again. Let the weight shift over to the right foot. Your center of gravity is already changed. And then we're gonna lift the left foot, or move your left foot back, lift it up behind you, and then grab a hold with your left hand. So first, let's just see if we can find a position where your spine feels long, you're not thrusting your chest forward or collapsing your lower back. And to get more stretch, you can move your knee back farther and pull your heel closer to the buttock rather than compressing your lower back. See if you can feel that, like you're trying to drop that left knee as far from your head as you can. You might need to tuck your tail under to get a good effect there. And then we're going to use an exhale and let go of the foot from the hand, but keep it like back there. And then move back a little bit with the next exhale. And release forward with inhale. Your hamstring might be talking to you, yeah? Exhale, feel your tail tucking under, press back. And come forward. Now you can just leave your fingertips down, or you can play with taking one hand off, or both hands off. Find a position where your arms work. We're still trying to keep track of your tail staying tucked under and pushing the thigh back. And after a little bit of this, you should start to feel it in your right leg. Okay, then we're going to put the fingertips back on the chair, lower the left foot down, redistribute the weight from side to side, relax the breath. Okay, so now we're going to play with the seesaw. So we're going to get ourselves to this position where we're holding the foot, and then we're going to try to keep a straight line from knee up the body to the top of the head, and tilt. So my pivot point is in my standing leg hip. I'm trying to keep my body in a straight line, pivot. And you can do this with your hand on or off, moving in the hip crease of the standing leg, trying to keep the line of the body straight. So we're not going for a big back bend again. We're just trying to make ourselves long, because that's going to help us in the vinyasa when we transition between the two. Okay. Again, you can use the fingertips on the chair for balance. Let your weight come over to your left foot. Move your right foot back behind you, lift it up. Grab your ankle or your pant leg. Get your sense of balance here. Try to move that right knee in close to the left knee and push it back a little bit. Tuck your tail under to help you get a straight line. And then keep that straight line like a seesaw and tilt forward so the movement happens in your left hip crease. And then inhale, return back up to standing tall. And again, so you don't want to bend your spine forward, you're just tilting in your hip. Keep your chest open, tilt forward. Good. And inhale, come back to standing. And again, use your exhale, tilt, pivoting on your left hip. And inhale, come back up tall. Let's do it 3 more times. Exhale, tilt. You can feel free to do it without your left hand on the chair if you want. You can feel free to do it with the left hand on the chair if you want. And tilt. Keep that straight line. Inhale, back up tall. One last time. Okay, and when you're ready to release, we'll put the right foot down. Take a moment to relax and stand on both feet. Now take a look down at your feet and make sure that they're really pointing straight forward. When we stand on the foot, the leg that's working, we're going to try to be doing that in a good alignment. The tendency is going to be for the feet to be turned out a little bit, or maybe a lot, depending on your hips. So just keeping that foot forward is going to be an effort, perhaps. So making sure, especially that your right foot is pointing straight forward. Both fingertips on the chair for a moment. We're going to take the left foot back and lift up, grab the ankle. Pull the knees close together and move the left thigh back. And then before you start going anywhere, think of your spine being very tall. And stay in a nice straight line. With the exhale, you seesaw So the amount that you tilt forward is the amount that your leg comes up. And then inhale, return back up into standing tall. And play with the balance, whatever works as a place where you can find the balance and keep the body in a straight line. Inhale, come back up tall. And again, tilt. Your chest is open, so you're not bending forward with your spine. Inhale, come back up tall. All the movement happening in that right hip crease. Tilt forward with exhale. Inhale, come back up tall. That twice more. Pivot. We're using exhale so you can pull your belly in and keep your torso strong and straight. Inhale, come back up tall. And do that one last time. Exhale, tilt. And inhale, come back up tall. And then release both feet down. Let's just move back a little bit away from the chair. Shake your arms out, just give your body a little shake. And then we will do half squat to reset before we go into the vinyasa. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees deeply and fold down, getting a nice stretch in your lower back. Relax your neck. Inhale, lift the arms till they frame your ears and peel your chest up, straighten your legs up, come all the way up tall. Exhale, arms down the front, gaze point steady. Take a relaxed breath. Feel your balance on your 2 feet. And then again, inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Long, open front body. Exhale, bend the knees, fold down, drape over the thighs, relax the neck. Inhale, lift your arms up, frame your ears, come tall, push up, active with your heels against the floor. Exhale, arms down, gaze point in place. Take a relaxed breath. Please do that one twice more on your own. We're not staying down, so it's just lowering and lifting. Twice more, please. Long, smooth breath. Do take a relaxed breath between the repetitions. And one more time. And relax. Feel your equal standing balance, equal weight in both feet. Lifted, balanced, at ease, observing. Okay, we're going to work on the vinyasa and work on that transition. So I'm going to leave it up to you individually which position you have your chair in. Some of you may want to just leave it as it is. So we're going to be inhaling and exhaling. So it's a little bit close for this. You can maybe do something like this. Try to get that straightness in the leg. And then this gives you a good distance, I think, or an okay distance for practicing your dancer. So that's the advantage of keeping your chair like that. You can make that transition to the dancer with support. If you don't feel like you need that, flip your chair around. And then that'll give you the support to reach for, so you can get that feeling of your arms framing your ears in a really long line. you could still have a little bit of support as you're making your transition on the seat. So choose which of those makes more sense. So let's just work on that without the twisted triangle bit at first. So orient your chair however you feel like it will be most useful to you. I'm going to start by pivoting on the right heel, turning the right foot out, bringing the left foot forward. Get the feet wide enough side to side that you feel steady. Should not feel tippy at all in this position. So get a wide, strong foundation. Pull that right hip forward. Relax the shoulders. Root down through both feet. Inhale, raise both arms forward and up and bend the front knee. We're going to use the exhale to seesaw forward. Tilt into the warrior balance. So depending on where your chair is, you're going to do something different with it. Let's even get that nice straight line over your hip that we were working on earlier. Then when you're ready to exhale, we're going to reach back and bend that right knee. Come up into the dancer. Use the chair or not. Let's take 3 breaths here. We're pressing that knee back and squeezing the thighs together. Keep your breath long and smooth. And emphasize the front thigh rather than the lower back. The closer you can bring your heel to your buttock, the more opening you get for that front thigh. After 3 breaths, here's another seesaw opportunity. So we're going to pivot on that left hip. And then exhale, tilt forward, reach for the chair, and reach that back leg out behind you. Good, then we're going to stay here for a breath in, and a breath out. Then with your inhale, we reach your back foot to the floor, bend the front knee, come up into the first warrior variation. And then exhale, bring your arms down and your legs straight. And relax the breath. Okay. Make any readjustments to your chair that you would like to. We're doing it just one more time on that side like that. Is everything clear and okay? Is it getting a little stronger over the repetitions? Good. Okay, so second time. On this side with the right toes, right leg back, left leg forward. And if you don't need the chair, you can move it off to the side. So we're progressing towards that. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up and bend the front knee. Nice long front right thigh. Keep that length as you exhale and tilt forward. So we're going to try to keep your right thigh long. That means you're going to use your right buttock as you tilt onto that balance of the left thigh. We're going to stay with the inhale. And then exhale, we're going to pivot and reach back to the right foot. Come back up into your dancer. We're going to stay for 3 breaths. We're going to kind of pull those knees together, push back and draw the heel towards the buttock. You can put your hand on your chair or bring it up. Find your steady gaze. Really helpful with the balance to keep that gaze steady. 3 slow breath cycles. So keep really tall through your spine. When you exhale, you can tuck your tail under, push your knee back. So you're lifting and opening your front body. Now before we transition back into the warrior balance, feel the length in your front right thigh. See if you can keep it. Use an exhale to tilt forward. Keep that front thigh open. Stretch the leg out. Find your long, straight balance through your whole body. You can use the chair or not. I'm going to stay for an inhale and for an exhale. Then we'll inhale and reach the back foot down. Stretch up with your front knee bent. You should still feel that opening in your front right thigh. Look back up into the first warrior. And then exhale, arms down, legs straight. And step back to Samasthiti. Align the feet. So use your eyes. Get them parallel to each other. Then find your steady gaze point as you relax the breath. Soften the body. So when we work hard, sometimes the body hands up in the effort. So here's a chance to ungrip. Of course, there's a little effort necessary to be upright, but no excess effort. Nice and tall. Feel spacious in the body. Relax. Let the breath breathe. Notice the sensations, quite different from side to side probably. We'll try the second side in the same way. So we're going to pivot on the left heel, turn the left toes out, step forward with the right foot. And again, orient the chair however you want to work with it. The back of the chair or the seat towards you. Pull that left hip forward, quite likely you're already going to feel a little bit of stretch there. And check that you feel steady. If not, right foot a little bit wider. Good steady stance. You want both feet rooting down. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up as you bend the front knee. That lengthen your front left thigh, which you're going to preserve as we exhale and tilt forward. But keep that left thigh open and long. Find the chair, however you're going to use it. Lengthen your front body. Stay while you inhale. And then as you exhale, try to keep your left thigh open as you bend your left knee. Reach back. Find the support of the chair or not, however you're going to work. Right arm can come up if you like, or wherever it's comfortable for you. Knees close together, thighs close together. Left heel pushing in towards the left buttock. 3 breaths. Push the left knee back. Try to lengthen your spine, even your lower back, so you're not crunching the lower back. Feel the length in the front left thigh. As we transition back into the warrior 3, I'm going to pivot on that right hip. Lengthen the knee of the left leg. Come out long and straight. And stay for a breath. We're going to inhale and exhale. We're taking a complete breath. Then the inhale brings your foot back down to the floor. You still want to feel that length in your front left thigh. Raise the arms up, your front knee is bent. And exhale, your arms come down and your front leg straightens. And relax for a breath. If you need to make any adjustments to the chair position, go ahead and do that. Feel both feet rooting into the floor. One more time through that sequence. Feel the length in your front left thigh. Maintain it as you inhale, raise the arms forward and up, bend the front knee. Keep that long front thigh and tilt into your forward bend as you exhale, not your forward bend, into your balance, your warrior balance. Nice and long. Stay here while you inhale. Then with your exhale, kind of keep that opening in your left front thigh as you bend your left knee and reach back for the foot. Find your balance point. Find your gaze point as you get upright. Right hand can be on the chair or up. 3 breaths here. Pull the knees together. Push your left knee back. Tuck your tail under. Keep the breath long and smooth. After 3 breaths, you're going to use an exhale to pivot back out into the long open warrior 3. So use an exhale to tilt. Arms can frame the ears or come to the chair. Lengthen. We're going to really find the position. We're going to stay with inhale. And stay with exhale. Then it's going to be an inhale to reach your foot down to the floor, bending the front knee, staying long across the front of the left thigh. Exhale, arms down, front leg straight. Relax the breath. Step back to Samasthiti. Look down. Place the feet parallel to each other. Find your gaze point. tension. Breath breathing itself. Guess we got warm, huh? Let's move the chairs off to the side. We're going to do some more half squat, counter pose, and then we'll do another version of the twisted triangle to stretch the hips out a bit. Find your gaze point. Inhale, float the arms forward and up, maintaining the steady, soft gaze. Exhale, bend your knees deeply, fold down. Feel your spine lengthen, your neck relax. Let's stay for a breath. Inhaling into the back. Exhaling, dropping the head a little bit more. Feeling your feet against the floor as you inhale, arms float up. Framing the ears, push up, strong legs. Refine your gaze point. Exhale, arms slowly down the front. Take a relaxed breath. Just do that one more time, please. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold down. Relax the neck, feel the length in your lower back. Stay while you inhale. Exhale, nice, long, complete breath out. Then feel your feet. Inhale, lift your arms, open your chest, come all the way up. And exhale, arms down the front. Returning right into Samastiti. Relax the breath. Even stance on the feet. Tall spine. Steady gaze. Inward focus. Let's turn longwise on the mat for twisted triangle. Nice wide stance. We just worked the hips a lot, so now we're going to stretch them out a little bit. Feet parallel to each other. Inhale, arms float out and up. Exhale, we're twisting. Right hand down to the outside of the left foot or leg. You can use your block or not. Take your left arm up to the ceiling or rest it on your back, your choice. Stay here while you inhale. Stay here while you exhale. Twist a little bit more. Then inhale, lift yourself slowly up to the top. Stretch all the way up, lengthen through the center of the body. And exhale, twist down the other way. Left hand to the outside of the right foot or leg. Hand up or on your back, your choice, and stay while you breathe in. And breathe out. And lift up to the top, stretch up tall. Exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Relax the breath. Do that 3 more times. Inhale. Arms out and up. And exhale, twist. Right hand outside the left foot or leg. Turn the chest. Stay while you inhale. Let the breath come slowly in. Stay in your exhale and feel your belly button pulling in and stretch or pushing your navel to your spine. Then inhale, rise up to the top, stretch up. And exhale slowly down the other way, rotating the spine, stretching the hip, the inner thigh of the left side. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale completely. Float up to the top on inhale. Stretch it up in the center. Stand on both feet as you come up to the top. Exhale, arms out and down. Relax the breath. 2 more repetitions. Inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, twist to the left side. Stay for one breath. So you can do the pose slightly differently to get more stretch in your hip or more in your inner thigh or more in your back. Feel where you need the opening. Breathe in to that spot. Use your inhale to come up to the top. Both feet well on the floor. Exhale, twist the other direction. Rotate the spine and feel where you're going to get the stretch and get a little bit more in the hip or a little more in the spine, whatever is needing to be opened for your body. After one breath, inhale, rise to the top. Feel both feet on the floor, really nice. Press to the floor with both feet, arms out and down with the exhale. We're going to take a resting breath. One resting breath. And then one more repetition on your own as you're ready. Staying for one breath on each side. Searching out the opening that helps your body. Really pressing into the floor when it's time to rise up so you feel your legs are part of that lifting motion. Continue to have weight equally on both feet when you're in the twist. And really feel the feet against the floor when you rise up. From here, we're going to go straight into a forward bend. So as you finish, you're going to bend down the center with an exhale. Place your hands on your back or on the backs of the legs or on the floor in front of you. Relax the neck and take 4 breaths. Stay long and smooth with the breath. Nothing forcing here. It's all releasing, allowing. First, just drop your head down a little bit. Yeah, so you're getting this much all the way to the back. When you're done with 4 breaths at your own count, feel your feet on the floor, and then with your inhale, rise up. You can slide your hands up your legs or take them wide or bring them to the front, whatever you prefer. With your exhale, arms come down, and we'll step to Samastiti. And find that balance under both feet. Relax the breath. Find a gaze point. Internal attention. As you're ready, please come to lie down on your back. When you first arrive on your back, have your knees bent and your feet on the floor and observe. You may instantly get a message from your back that it would be good to pull the knees into the chest. If that's so, then do it. If you're comfortable without doing that, you can just settle in with your feet on the floor. So if you hug your knees, then gradually let the feet come down. And relax. Align the feet with the sitting bones. We're going to move into Dvipadapitham. Pelvic lift. Relax the arms at the sides. So there's a certain amount of space between your knees right now. I'm going to try to preserve that amount of space when you go up. Not have the knees go wider or collapse into each other, but keep the knees at hip socket distance, which is about the distance of a fist between the knees. So steady on the feet. With the inhale, raise the arms and lift your hips to the ceiling, pushing up with the feet, feeling your chin tuck under. We're going to stay up with the exhale, pulling belly button in. Stay up with the inhale, breathing fully into the chest. And then come down slowly as you exhale, keeping those thighs in line, keeping even weight on the feet. And then settling and relaxing for a breath. And we'll do another repetition. Steady on the feet as you inhale, raise the arms, push up with the hips. Feel your knees moving away from your head. Stay while you exhale, pushing the belly button in, moving your knees away from your head. Stay while you inhale and feel your breastbone breathe towards your chin. And then go down slowly as you exhale, pulling the belly in, unfurling through the spine, getting those back ribs to press into the mat. Then relaxing the shoulders. Take a relaxed breath. Do 2 more repetitions. Step even on the feet as you inhale, raise your hips and stretch your arms up and back. And stay there for a breath. Lower down with exhale. Feel your back ribs go into the mat. Feel your lower back go into the mat. Then relax and release for a breath. We'll do 1 final repetition. Steady on the feet. Inhale, raise the hips, stretch the arms up and back. And stay for a breath. Moving down on exhale. And then relaxing. Close your eyes. I should say, if you want to put something behind your head, you can. So a pillow behind the back of the head, if that's helpful. Close your eyes after you've got your head support in place. Check where your feet are. So with the knees bent in line with your sitting bones. We're going to do our as slow as possible vinyasa with one arm and the opposite leg, and then with one arm and the same leg. Just one thing happens at a time, and you're going to move very slowly because you're not moving very far. So nice and slow, in time with your breath. Notice your left and your right. With inhale, we raise the left arm up and back slowly to the floor behind. Take your whole inhale to get there. Keep your pelvis very still as you exhale and bring your right knee slowly towards the chest. Inhale and straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. Stretch up with your tailbone still down on the mat. Exhale and bend the right knee again as slowly as you can exhale. That's how slowly you move. Relax that foot. Inhale, slower still. Bring your foot to the floor. Exhale, left arm comes down to the side. Feel yourself resting even on the pelvis. Take a relaxed breath. We settle, release, soften. We're going to do the other pair. Inhale, right arm up and back to the wall behind you. Exhale, left knee towards the chest. Move slowly, keep your pelvis still. Inhale, straighten the legs, stretch up. And exhale, bend the knee. Go slowly. Inhale even more slowly. Left foot reaches to the floor. You have hardly any distance to go, so it's very slow motion. Exhale, right arm down to the side. Take a relaxed breath. Now we're going to do the left arm and the left leg. Inhale, left arm up and back. Slowly. Stabilizing the pelvis as you exhale, left knee towards the chest. Keep it stable in the pelvis. Inhale, extend the left leg up. Exhale and bend the knee. Very slowly, inhale, left foot to the floor. Exhale, left arm to the side. Relax the breath. We'll do the other pair to finish up. Inhale, right arm up and back. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale, straighten the right foot to the ceiling, reach up. Exhale, bend the knee. Slowly, slowly relax your right foot. Inhale, foot slowly to the floor. Exhale, arm to the side. And relax. Okay, if you're at home, I'm going to do this for the people at the studio, but if you're at home, you could get your chair ready. We're going to put it at the end of the mat sidewise. We're going to do Apanasana before we put the legs up, but if you're at home and you want to set your chair up at the end of the mat so you can access it easily, go ahead and do that. So we're going to bring the knees into the chest, one hand on each knee. Straighten out your elbows. Feel how that brings your tailbone down to the floor. Then as you exhale, pull your thighs into your belly. Feel how your lower back goes flat into the floor. And then as you inhale, release the knees out away from the chest. Feel how your tailbone goes down to the mat. And exhale, pull the thighs in. Inhale and float the knees out. And exhale, pull slowly in. Link with your own breath. Please do that 3 more times. Once you're finished with those 3 more times, if you need to make any adjustments to your clothing or your supports, go ahead and do that. As you're ready, I'd like you to please rest your legs up on your chair. If you're at home, you might access your couch. And we're going to have the chair in pretty close. So the knees are, the bend of the knees at the seat of the chair. That will vary depending on your legs, but something like that. And check in once you have the legs up there that your neck is comfortable. If you need to make any adjustments for your head support, go ahead and do that. And we'll relax the legs. They might flap out a little bit now. That's totally fine. We're going to see how much we can really allow the legs to be held up, which means how little we can actually allow the legs to be doing. That includes the feet. Have them relaxed and separated, preferably works on your furniture arrangement. Legs might be dropping out to the sides now. Let them completely go. See if you can do a little bit less work in your thighs and your hips. Legs nice and heavy on their support. Feel how the back of the pelvis drops down into the floor. Your lower back may be pressing against the floor or may not. Just let it be whatever, however the position is affecting the spine, just let it be there. Relax the belly. Let the breath breathe itself naturally. No need to lengthen it or do anything in particular with the breath except watch it move in and watch it go out. Relax the body so that the body just accepts the natural breath. Check that your shoulder blades are wide. Soften the space between them. Relax your shoulder joints. Relax your hands. And notice the breath that's gently moving the ribs each breath. No need to do anything. Soften in your throat. Feel the heaviness of the head. Relax the neck and drop the heaviness of the head into the floor. Feel gravity and welcome it. Gravity is now a force in your favor. Relax down into it. Notice the breath and the attention. Feel the body. Notice it dropping down and releasing, settling. To emerge here, we're going to inhale slowly. With the exhale, roll your thighs so that they're parallel to each other. If their knees are out from your thighs parallel, and push your spine down into the floor. And then relax as you inhale. Again, with the exhale, roll your thighs into parallel with each other and press your spine down into the floor. Then keep that pressing down into the floor and inhale your arms up overhead, stretching up towards the wall behind you. Stay here at exhale and push your spine down even more. Good. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your arms down and relax the lower body. And then hug your knees and slowly roll to the right side. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself up to sit on your chair. Finding the support of 3 blankets. One behind your back, one under your feet, one on your lap. And if you're tall enough not to need the one under your feet, just have your feet planted on the floor. We're finding a comfortable position, ease in the body. Hopefully you felt what that was like when you were lying down on your back with your legs up just now. We're in the same position, essentially right now, just upright.
Yes.
Requires a little bit more effort, but we're trying to reduce effort here. Be as effortless as possible. Then with the body settled and as effortless as possible, move into alternate nostril exhalation. Valving with the dominant hand, and that's going to be valving only on the exhale, but you keep the position of the hand throughout the whole pranayama. So you can keep the mudra with the first 2 fingers folded down, and then rest the hand on the lap. Inhale slowly and gently through both nostrils. Use Ujjayi if you like. Pause and lift your hand. Exhale out through the left nostril. Pause to lower the hand and breathe in slowly. Pause as you lift your hand and breathe out through the right nostril. Lower the hand and inhale. So this is not an automatic inhale, it's slowly. You're inviting it in very slowly. Raise the hand. Exhale through the left. And again, this is a long breath, so you're gently engaging the belly towards the spine and seeing how completely you can exhale and how slowly you can make that happen. Pause as the hand goes down. Inhale with control, not just letting the breath rush in, but just slowly bringing it in bit by bit. Raise the hand and exhale out through the right. Lengthen the breath by drawing the navel into the spine slowly. Continue on your own, seeing what's a comfortable, long, smooth inhale with no strain. And finding the fine, silky quality of that exhale through one nostril, slowly, slowly. Continue until you have the next exhale through the right nostril. Exhale right concludes the pranayama. You settle into the natural breath. Let the body be as relaxed as possible while still feeling steady. Notice the relaxed, natural flow of the breath. Inward observation, sensing, observing. How's the body? What's the breath doing? How's your energy feel? What's the mind doing? Slowly bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, letting the base of the thumbs line up with the base of the sternum, feeling the rims of the palms pressing together with a little space between the palms themselves. Again, observe. Namaste. Thank you all. So I think we'll work on this vinyasa one more Tuesday and Thursday, but one more week. Then we'll see what comes along for July. Not that we have to abandon it forever, but we'll see. So yes, I do encourage you to stand behind a chair and play with your hip extensors, or lie down with your legs up on a chair, or any of the things that we did. See how you're feeling, and if it's a place you'd like to be, then bring yourself to that place. Thanks again.